Right, so 3-piece Airaldi, is it worth it? Now, I've actually been apprehensive about doing this because 2 reasons. One, I suck at sniping in this game for some bizarre reason. I just, can't do it. Don't like it, so I've not been looking forward to this because it's going to be the worst showcase ever. The second reason is before I make all these builds to figure out what pieces I want to put where, I use the lovely Division 2 Builder program, which I've used quite a few times and have shown, to sort of math it out, just get the most out of it as possible and sort of see where it will be compared to other builds so that I know kind of what I'm looking at or working with. And no matter what I do or how I work this, it is nowhere near compared to, say, an Aces and Eights build, a 2-piece Aces, 2-piece Airaldi, or even the, well, obviously the Tip of the Spear build. It just doesn't come close, whatever I do. So, from the off, 3-piece Airaldi, is it worth it? Not even in the slightest. It's just not. And you lose too much. Like, I'm just having to use pristine example, which I say that as a bad thing, but then as a sniper, comparing pristine example compared to something like chain killer, there is no competition. The initial first shot will always do more, and if you're below 80% headshot damage, then pristine example will beat chain killer in the next up to 3 shots. But let's face it, if you're using chain killer, you're going to have over 150%. Well, 150% minimum, really. At which point, the second shot from chain killer will outdo damage, outperform anything you do with pristine example. I've also not maxed this build out because I know for a fact that this isn't going to be sticking around, so I didn't want to waste time, effort and resources on it. So this even isn't going to be the best showcase because it's not maxed out. Now, I will be doing another video sort of condensing all of them to show what they were and when I tested them, as well as what I've changed on them now to improve upon them. But this one's just a straight up delete. It's not worth it. You'd be better off going either 2 Aces, 2 Airaldi, and then fitting in the other 2 pieces with how you want. I would suggest using chain killer and probably the Dodge City holster, or you could use Swiss knee pads. Are actually a good option for sniping because you are still for a good period of time. But overall, yeah, 3-piece Airaldi, not worth it. One thing I do like doing on sniper rifle builds, because of where you are quite, well, if you play like me, you're slow, is at least having 1 piece of armor regen spec'd in somewhere, or armor on kill. A good one as well, because snipers tend to do enough damage as well, as having preservation on your sniper, so you can at least get a good chunk of armor back per kill if you're using something like White Death. I've seen a lot of people say using X or Y talent is brilliant, but to be perfectly honest, snipers do that much damage, and if your build is that good, you're one-shotting anything anyway, so you might as well go for a little bit of survivability, because typically sniper builds are full red. But then, that's just me. Yeah, let's just skip ahead, shall we, and have a look at what I've done. So, as you can tell, I was using Mantis and obviously 3-piece Airaldi. So, Mantis, arguably one of the better snipers, although Nemesis will also always outperform. Punch Drunk, because the headshot damage is really, really handy. Pristine example, I'm trying to spec into headshot and crit chance just to try and get as much damage out of it as possible. And as you can see on the backpack, I do have 1 armor regen, which I do like keeping around. Weapon damage, headshot damage, crit chance, 1 armor regen. Obviously running vigilance as well, because it is a pretty damn safe bet because of the interaction between Mantis and the decoy, which is pretty handy. Fox's Prayer, obviously, and I've got crit chance on them rather than crit damage or headshot. And the Dodge City holster. Now, we are using a rifle as backup, which does help out with the bonuses of Fox's Prayer. And I'm using the lightweight M4 just because of the spam ability of it. And the Dodge City holster, obviously, with a D50 for those surprise attacks, close quarters, swap to a pistol, and just fire and forget mechanic. But overall, yeah, this isn't worth it.